SpaceX just exercised their option to buy Cursor AI for $60 billion. Oh my God, let's go. What nobody's talking about is how this affects the development for Grok specifically, and how does this come together now with the empire that Elon Musk is building. Let's check this out. This is X right now. Obviously, it's booming with the news. SpaceX acquires Cursor parent Anysphere in $60 billion deal. It's a merge that has been going on since April. So they've been working at this together since April. They were either going to come into a partnership for $10 billion or they were actually going to buy it out, and they exercised that option to buy it out. Let's take a look at this article from in LinkedIn, which does show us a couple of extra things here. So let me zoom in real quick so you can see it a little better. Just days after shattering records with the largest IPO in history, SpaceX, Elon Musk space and AI firm has officially agreed to acquire AI coding startup Cursor at a valuation of $60 billion. Okay. This is something crazy, but this is what's happening today. Now, Cursor sits directly in the blast radius of the two best funded companies on earth. That's OpenAI and Anthropic. Okay. Cursor has really become the development tool for a lot of the Fortune 500 companies, and OpenAI and Anthropic are now depending on Cursor AI for developers to actually start implementing their solutions. So crazy move right here. Okay. And obviously they own the models that Cursor also has within. Okay. Now, if we go into this Reuters article, SpaceX IPO makes Elon Musk the world's first trillionaire. If you've been living under a rock, last Friday, SpaceX launched their IPO. It was valued at $135. It launched at about $160 and is currently sitting around the $200. But let's check this out right here. They raised a record $75 billion in its initial public offering. Following the share sales, Forbes pegged his net worth, Elon Musk, at roughly $1.1 trillion, far ahead the man in the next line, which is Alphabet CEO, founder Larry Page, Google lifestyle, you already know. Now, the second richest person has been hovering around $300 billion. Now we got somebody that's worth $1 trillion. Okay. Most of Musk's wealth now rests with SpaceX, where he holds a stake worth roughly around $866 billion. His 1.1 trillion net worth now includes stock components that would vest over time. Okay. Let's check out the chart over here. As it started at around $164 and is sitting today at $201. Now, the crazy thing is how they package it all together with Cursor, because what they did, it was something crazy. They truly put together a package before the IPO release with Cursor, and now all the Cursor stocks actually also double up here. So it really just is pushing a SpaceX stock to even go higher. Okay. Now, this is the thing, and this is where things are gonna really start becoming more exciting. What we see here is the leaderboard in Hugging Face specifically, and in Hugging Face we see that Grok is nowhere near here. Okay, we have Claude Fable 5 that got shut down, Claude Opus 4.8, we got some GPT, but pretty much Anthropic and OpenAI are at the top of the chart over here when it comes to the agents, right? Now for text, we also do have Google and Meta over here showing some face. For web development, Anthropic all the way. GLM 5.2 has been coming up a little more, so that's something that's very interesting. We might make a video about that. Now Vision, also Anthropic. Documents, also Anthropic and OpenAI. We don't really start seeing Grok until we start talking about text to image. And one thing that has really been good with Grok, it's the image portion of it. So text to image, we start seeing it somewhere around the top 10. Image editing, we also see it now here at top 4. And image to web dev, we don't see it here, but we do see it in the search. The searches are really good. I do use Grok consistently, and the searches are good. It really does pull up some good articles, and it does have more access to other APIs that other models don't have. So that's really good. But then text to video, you really start showing face here as well, and then image to video as well. So is Grok really going to become more than just an image generator and really come to an agent style? We don't know, but we know that Cursor is also dropping their own model. So I'm pretty sure they are working hand in hand with everything that's going on. This is some crazy times that we're living, but it's really exciting to see. Congratulations to Elon Musk for doing what he's doing, because what he's truly putting together is something crazy. Look, the real play. I'm gonna read this from this article that I have right here on the side. The real play isn't just about competing with OpenAI or Anthropic, and I cannot agree with this. I cannot agree further with this statement. Okay, it's about owning the entire pipeline from the GPU to the code that ships to production. Nobody else is doing that. He has over 1 million, or I think it's 1 million H100 GPUs from NVIDIA at Colossus. Okay. Now he also has Grok build, which is a building environment. And now with Cursor AI being part of the company, we're talking about the full pipeline being owned by one single company. Now, this still has to get approved, okay? This deal has to go through regulators, and they could absolutely step in. All right. So if it goes through, the AI coding landscape, it's about to change. I'm excited to see what's happening. Let's do it. See you in the next one.